In this episode, I want us to talk about time dilation. Remember, in our previous episode, we saw that time is just an optical illusion created by light in our brains. But how comes time dilation exists? In this episode, I want to give a hypothesis that shows that time dilation is also an optical illusion created in our brains by light properties. According to Albert Einstein, when you move at high speed approaching the speed of light, and when you move in a high gravitational field, time moves slower to you relative to another observer. This is called time dilation. Also, clocks in a high gravitational field tick slower than clocks in a zero-G environment. This is observed in the GPS satellites, where clocks on the ground tick slower compared to those in the GPS satellite and have to be pre-corrected in order for the GPS satellites to be accurate. One may wonder, even with practical examples, why am I still saying that time dilation is not real, but an optical illusion formed in our brains? First, let us look at time dilation as a result of relativistic speeds. When you move at high speed approaching the speed of light, time moves slower to you relative to another observer. Remember from Albert Einstein's thought experiment, as he was moving away from the tower clock, he observed time ticking slower. This was because the photons refracted from the tower clock took long time to reach his eyes in order to tell time is ticking. And as he reached the speed of light, time stopped. This was because he was moving at the same speed as the photons, which are supposed to tell him that time is moving. That means if he could use a superluminal particle to observe time when moving at the speed of light, he would still notice that time was ticking. But when using light, time had stopped. This means that the difference in time is caused by how fast the observer is moving relative to the speed of light, meaning the delay of time is caused by how long light is going to be delayed reaching his eyes, thus bringing about time dilation. In the second case of high gravitational field, remember, massive objects such as planets and stars carve space around them. This gives light a geodesic path. This delay is what causes the gravitational time dilation. And in the case of clocks near massive objects ticking slower than those in zero-G environment, is just as a result of mechanical advantage of the clock system. When you make two clocks, both at the surface of planet Earth, with the same mechanism and using the same materials, when you take one clock in a zero-gravity environment, it will tick faster than that clock under gravitational field. This is because the clock in the zero-G environment has a mechanical advantage over that in the gravitational field. Hence, they are not going to tick at the same rate, where that at zero-G environment is going to tick faster than that under gravitational field. Therefore, from this observation, we can conclude that time dilation is not real, but happens just as a result of optical illusion caused by light in our brains. Thank you, and continue supporting the channel by subscription and shares. Also, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section.